There's a reason why some people stay stuck while others keep rising. There's a reason why some people complain while others compete. Why some watch while others work. Why some admire success and others become. The difference is focus. Losers focus on winners. They spend their energy watching, comparing, envying, and talking about the success of others. But winners focus on winning. They're too busy grinding, growing, and going after their goals to waste time watching someone else's path. When you focus on winners, you give away your power. You start looking at what they have and feeling like you don't. You start resenting your process and romanticizing theirs. But what you don't see is what they went through. You don't see the sacrifices, the setbacks, the nights they almost quit. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. And that's a trap. Real winners block out the noise. They lock in. They wake up with a plan, a purpose, and a passion that drowns out everything else. They don't need to talk about what they're doing. They just do it. They don't need to flex for validation. They let their results speak. They understand that greatness doesn't come from watching. It comes from working. You can't win if you're watching someone else's race. You can't grow if you're obsessed with someone else's success. Jealousy is a distraction. Envy is a lie. You think someone else's win means you're losing, but it doesn't. Their success doesn't take away from your potential. The only thing that takes away from your potential is wasting your time focused on theirs. Winners stay in their lane. They run their race. They fall, they rise, they repeat. They compete with who they were yesterday, not with who someone else is today. They ask better questions. Instead of a why don't I have what they have? They ask, what can I do today to get better? Instead of saying it must be easy for them, they say, let me work harder for me. That mindset is what separates them. When you're focused on winning, you don't have time for drama. You don't have time for gossip. You don't have time for bitterness. You're too busy building. You're too focused on turning your pain into power. Your losses and the lessons you're past into fuel. Every setback becomes strategy. Every failure becomes feedback. Every moment becomes a chance to get closer to your vision. Losers focus on who's watching. Winners focus on who they're becoming. They're not looking for applause. They're not counting likes or waiting for validation. They're locked in, focused, obsessed. They know what they want and they know what it takes. It's not easy, but they're not looking for easy. They're looking for results. They're not interested in distractions. They're committed to discipline. You got to stop looking left and right and start looking straight ahead. You got to stop scrolling and start showing up. Every second you spend looking at someone else's life is a second you could be investing in your own. Don't get it twisted. There's nothing wrong with being inspired. But if inspiration turns into obsession with someone else's success, you've lost your way. You were born to build something no one else can. You were born with gifts, talents, and a purpose that's unique to you. But you'll never activate it if your energy is on what someone else is doing. Your time, your focus, your grind, it belongs to your dream, not theirs. Winners don't just want to win. They expect to. They prepare for it. They study. They train. They sacrifice. They don't hope it'll happen. They make it happen. They don't watch and wish. They work and win. You have to get to the place where you're so focused, so driven, so obsessed with your mission that everything else becomes background noise. The world is full of people watching games, watching celebrities, watching drama, watching lives they're not living. Don't be one of them. Be the one who creates, who competes, who conquers, who wakes up every day with something to prove, not to the world, but to yourself. If you're going to win, you have to focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Every choice you make, every habit you build, every thought you entertain, it's helping you win or making you lose. You have to take control. You have to be intentional. You have to show up with purpose. It's not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. That's the only competition that matters. Winners don't waste energy tearing others down. They use that energy to build themselves up. They're too busy climbing to criticize. Too busy chasing legacy to get caught up in lights. That's the mindset. That's the difference. You can't fake the grind. You can fake confidence. You can fake motivation, but you can't fake results. The scoreboard doesn't lie. Your work ethic doesn't lie. Your habits, your consistency, your effort, that's what shows up in the end. So stop worrying about what they're doing. Start focusing on what you need to do. Winners know there are no shortcuts, no cheat codes, no easy routes. They understand that success is earned, not given. That legacy is built, not bought. That greatness is a daily decision. Quote, and that decision starts with focus. If your focus is off, your future will be too. You've got to learn to ignore the noise. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support it. But their opinion isn't your problem. You weren't built to fit in. You were built to rise up, to break the mold, to do something legendary, but that requires laser focus. Every moment of envy is a moment of weakness. Every comparison is a distraction. You don't need to be them. You need to be the best version of you. You need to wake up with tunnel vision, with purpose in your steps and fire in your eyes. You need to look in the mirror and say, I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have, and then go earn it. Let the world talk. Let them watch. You don't have time to prove yourself with words. Prove it with wins. Let your discipline do the talking. Let your results be the noise. Let your hustle be the headline. You've got something inside of you that the world hasn't seen yet, but it won't come out if you're too busy watching somebody else shine. It's your time, your moment, your mission. Lock in, focus. Wow. Grind like the outcome is on your shoulders, because it is. You don't need their path. You don't need their approval. You need your focus, your discipline, your grind, because at the end of the day, losers focus on winners, but winners, they focus on winning.